Well, hello and welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and see what we can get into. We're going to do a little bit of Art Bell, and this is going to be the open lines from Cast Iron's line, Midnight in the Desert. From the high desert of great you may be in the world's 25 mountains. Midnight in the desert. This night is special, of course, because it's your night. No guests. We will try these as a general rule. Hold on for no guests. In other words, it's your night. Say what you want. So here's the way it works. We have rules. No bad language and one per show. Friday nights we also try to include a two-drink minimum. Oh, wait. Two-drink maximum. I watch the sites and people, I think, intentionally get that rule backwards anyway, right? Convinced of it. So I can make the rule, but I don't think it's going to get followed. At least that's my experience from previous weeks. I would like to thank, as always, Telos, Joe Talbot, for the great sound. Keith, my webmaster of long time. And away, my producer, and boy, does she do a good job. Stream Guys, LV.net. They get it to Stream Guys, they get it to you. Sales, Pete Eberhardt. TuneIn Radio, and of course, our own Amy Martin News. There are a couple of items before we open the lines to heaven knows what. Today, as you know, we've been following star KIC 8452, and guess what, folks? Greenback scientists, the scientists monitoring in West Virginia have found intelligence. So there you have it. Okay, let's now look at some back to earth stuff. First of all, this is no earthly interest probably to anybody, but the other night during an interview, I swear to you all, a little mouse came up not more than 18 inches from me and stared at me right in the eye, and I looked at it. We sat there and looked at each other for a little while, and I was so blown away, I didn't know what to do. I started to reach for my iPhone 6 to get a picture, and I was so blown away, and the normal was gone. So, last night, I took the napkin that had the bread and a copious amount of peanut butter on it, and I laid it on the floor. Now, I left the studio empty with this on the floor. I mean, even I could smell the peanut butter, right? I came back tonight fully expecting to see it shredded around on the floor, and it hadn't been touched. Not even touched. So what does that tell you? Not even touched. This means to me, this mouse is not a mouse. This mouse came somehow from outside to see me, probably never saw a human in its little life, and left again, because there is no way that could have been on the floor untouched all night long. So, makes it just a little weirder, if you ask me. I hope, frankly, that Abby Normal comes back one of these days, for some reason. All right, let's actually look at the real news now. President Obama has said no to the Keystone XL pipeline. declaring it would undercut U.S. efforts to clinch a global climate change deal at the center of his environmental legacy. His legacy. So, no pipeline. I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, you know, we probably should build it. I think it's wrong. In a very abrupt turnaround, after a brief, secret, ultra-secret consultation with the U.S. in London, Poland, Russia on Friday suspended all passenger flights to Egypt. After days of resistance, apparently what we told them convinced them. They looked at the black boxes in the plane, and they found absolutely nothing but what they say is the sound of an explosion. So, and plus ISIS cut a new video, again, claiming responsibility for it all. So what's going to happen? Is Russia going to begin to bomb ISIS as well as the rebels trying to overthrow Assad? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Knowing the Russians, though, well, let's put it this way. In my opinion, frequently when we get back at somebody, we do it by slapping their wrist. The Russians have a different mentality about getting back. So if you suddenly see, you know, some significant geography in the sunlight missing soon, well, will they react? This is kind of an interesting story. Fred Dunham, a former employee of the EG&G Special Projects who worked as a security guard at Area 51, just over the hill from here, has been successful in claiming compensation for serious health issues which have affected him as a result of his time there. This case has now been taken up by Doug Ham, a workers' advocate of Tampa, who contests the Department of Energy's stance that EG&G is not listed as contractors approved for the compensation program. And of course, is against that and has documents to support it. So we'll have to see what happens there. In political news, Trump is up a little, President down a little, trying to ask questions about his past, and that's kind of it. And some people get worded out of the next debate were reported out as unfair, violent, sounding term. No one voted out. They were just demoted. I mean, even Chris Christie didn't like that word demoted. He said transferred. So it's like when they come in and slow and say, listen, I know you're in the fifth grade, but we're transferring you to the fourth. All right, open lines. And we'll talk about a certain game. I am going to open up a special line, sort of in dedication to the quality of last night's show. I thought it was a good show. We talked about past lives. And it really, really, really was interesting. What a show. If you're not a time traveler, oh, you should be. You have access to all our past shows. You can listen to it on your iPhone or Android device or whatever. You know, we've got an RSS feed, and these are good shows. Last night was just over the top. We talked about past lives. And so that prompts me tonight to open one line at least for people who think they know what their past life was. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing it is because he told the story last night about skiing. Remember putting on the skis and going rocketing down the slope? He knew what he was doing. And he learned that in a past life, right? For me, I think that I was Asian. I really, really do think that I was Asian. I like Asian culture. I love Asian food. I eat Asian rice virtually every night. I spent a lot of time in Asia. My daughter is named Asia. I could go on. Asian women, of course. So all the way around, I think that in a past life I probably was Asian. I've told my wife that a million times. She's carefully done her research on prior lives. Anyway, if you think you know what you were in a previous life, the number for you is area code, are you ready? 575-208-7787. Once again, area code 575-208-7787. I will also open the first time caller. If you have never called this show, it's area code 775-285-5800. I'll try and remember because I know I forget. 775-285-5800. I guess I need to have lost us more of these phone numbers. And by the way, when I pick up your line, if you're listening to a radio station, please give their call letters, give them credit. Okay? I also forget to do that all the time. We've got more and more coming on all the time. So give their call letters if you can. And something else is right here that I was supposed to do. I don't recall what it was. So we'll go right through this. Something else, what was it? This is what happens when we get old. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to break. Think about what it was. Maybe it'll come to me through the great fog. We'll be right back. This is Midnight in the Desert.
Down to Georgia, he was looking for a soul to speak. He was in a panic of the Wayne Pride and was willing to make a deal. But he came across this young man sawing up a fiddle and playing high. And the devil jumped up my favorite thumb and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know what I'm a fiddle player too."
I always have to lose control and I'll take out like
with a psychic trip through the paranormal. Sure is this movie. All right, so it's going to go on 2 days. It will pass away there. And I'm talking about those, get all kinds of, villages. But when you can download any show, ours is, play it anytime you want. You can use the world, which is right next to me, and read from all the time. Somebody wants me to have a little section of a show called Wormhole Corner on the recording. Where I was made all the messages. I'll have to come up with a wormhole corner. I'm not going to call it that. Sounds like the 1950s or 40s or something. If you want to become a traveler, you go to artbell.com. My website, artbell.com, and then right there, you tell me going on time travelers, and you get a lot of stuff for it, including my gratitude. So there was that, and then dog talk. I get so many requests for this. I mean, it's just unbelievable. People just writing me emails, phone calls, errands, even a few texts from people I know wanting to talk. Okay, here's the talk. You can sound better than the people on the phone. They sound pretty good because we've got a superb phone system over here. And by the way, that's really true, we do. But you can sound better on Skype. More authoritative, clear, the whole ball of wax. And it's so easy to do. If you've got a portable device of some sort, even frankly, your computer, doesn't matter. The world has changed. I know you've got one of them. So download Skype. It's free. Skype is free. All the way around. Free. Always free. Of course, Microsoft might change that, but for now it's free. And then you can put in, put us in there. If you're in North America, meaning America and Canada, please enter. And also you would a new contact, there's a little plus sign for it there. put in MITD 5-1 for North America. MITD 5-1 for North America. Rest of the world, MITD 5-5. And even if you don't call right away, it's all right. You have it in there in your contacts after you've done that, and you can go back to the go and call us for free from anywhere, from virtually anywhere in the world. With that in mind, let us begin. It's hard to know where to start. Everything is full, as you might imagine. So let's, I guess, go here. Rochester, New York, I'm guessing.
Rochester, New York.
Yes. Yes, turn your device off, please.
Okay.
Okay, here's the background.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I mean, once you're on the line, we don't need it. You can hear it on the phone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
So what's on your mind?
Well, it's in regards to last night's show. I actually had a question, and I don't know if it's something that you're willing to answer, but I was wondering if you think that past life influence your future or present life, and if there's signs, like how can you tell if it's up?
Okay, obviously I'm not the expert, but I think that's what it's all about. That past lives influence your current life. So the answer is yes and yes.
But if you have no idea what your past lives were, are there some kind of signs that you can look for that show? I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, if you find yourself drawn to a cat box, then, you know.
That's right.
Other than that, look, I'm not the expert. I'm just in talk shows.
Right. Well, I appreciate the time.
You really don't find yourself drawn to cat box.
No, not at all. Other than I do like cats, but I'm not as one. Yeah.
It's not like when you see one, like, anyway, go ahead.
No. My husband, he was dying to say hello. Do you mind if I put him on?
I don't know. They sound pretty good.
He does sound pretty good.
All right.
All right, thanks so much.
Hi, Art. This is Dan from Rochester, and I'm a very, very excited new caller to the show. I just started on like September 18th, and I've listened to several of your past interviews, and I think you're just an incredible person for bringing everybody on.
Thank you. It's kind of a perfect show. We do, I think people forgot that over the years. I do all kinds of things. Not just anything, whatever I find cool and interesting.
Exactly, and it piques the listener's curiosity and it challenges their intellect quite severely in some cases, but in a great way. Everything is very, very positive. And we're very anxious to sign up and donate and be a part of it. It's fantastic.
Well, you don't have to donate, but if you sign up, it's a hell of a deal. Really it is. And all of those past shows, and I think we're coming up on like 75 shows in this incarnation right now. And it is full of interesting stuff. So you can just like download it and listen to it at your leisure.
Which I have, and it's really opened my mind to time travel. And I have a quick question. If I could use a time machine to visit with one of my past life incarnates, could I do that? Could I go back and from this time period or timeline that
Probably, okay, the problem would be, how would you know when you found you? I mean, even if we're back to 1700, whatever, how would you know?
you would have to search for yourself, I would imagine, or possibly use, well, if you had some genealogy traced back to, say, the 1700s, where you knew, in my family's case, I had a governor in a town of Lyme Regis, England.
But let's think about this for a second. So even if you got back in time and you met up with the person you're talking about right now, and you presented them with genetic evidence, and you were to say, do you know what they would do with you in 1700?
Oh, I would be a heretic, most likely.
You'd be locked away in a rubber room. In that climate. Are you crazy?
You wouldn't have to, you would have to, use your best, Downton Abbey, accent and playing dumb as it were.
Yes, exactly. So,
But I do think you can communicate on a level of the time period without exposing yourself. You could be very cautious.
well, I don't
I
know.
think it's possible. I mean, I think you could narrow down the region that you were in, and you certainly know.
This is why I want you to go out and somehow get a copy of a movie called I Origins.
I will.
Okay, I want some feedback after you get it. Okay?
I will. Very good. Well, this is, I'm from Rochester, so I will definitely check back with you. And it's such a pleasure to talk to you. I can't even tell you. And
Oops, sorry about that. We're done. All right, let's go. Here, you're on here. Good evening. Hello there. Going once. Hello? Yes, hello.
Oh, okay. I listen all the phone I did here. This is Eric from Clemens, North Carolina.
Are you a first caller?
Yes, sir, I am. I've been listening to you since way back when we both didn't have any gray hair. I want to thank you for getting me through many night shifts in hospital laboratories across the country.
Well,
I'm
are you listening on radio or the internet?
listening to the Dark Matter on the TuneIn radio app.
Okay.
And I want to say hi to my buddies out there at the Midnight Fans Forum. I'm sure they're all like, oh, that's him, that's him.
Yeah, guys, that's it.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome back. We got to of course, it's probably been time you've heard that. I don't know if this counts really as a past life, but I had a dream once. It was like if you have one of those dreams where you smell the smells, you feel the textures, it's almost like you stepped into like on the stage. It was like so realistic. I felt like I was actually there. It wasn't so much a dream state, it was like I was
Okay. Let's try to involve with you.
yeah, it was from my point of view. It wasn't like I was looking at a character. It was like I was standing flat-footed on this, it's almost like in a Grecian, Mediterranean type stonework pier. Like there was a boathouse to my, best thing I can do to describe it is a boathouse. It's with columns, made of stone. I looked up from that, and there's this wall of water, and the next thing I know, I'm being obliterated by the rubble that's in the water. And it's kind of an alarm. Yeah, it was kind of an alarming thing, but it was so realistic.
Perhaps your death in a previous life, huh?
I'm wondering. It's like this. It was. I didn't.
Okay, let me know something, Chester. Thank you so very much for the call. And let me know something quickly. That is, when we dream, don't we always dream about ourselves? In other words, have any of you ever had a dream that in which you were completely somebody else? That would be weird, right? Another creature, another person. The dream was not, you were nowhere in the dream whatsoever. I mean, I'm always in my dreams. I think, and I'm trying to think back to that. I cannot recall a time I've had a dream that I wasn't present, or like as, or something like that. And I've never been back in the 17 or 1800s either. Hello there on cell phone somewhere. You're on the air.
Hello,
Yes, hello.
this is Julie in Colorado.
Julie in Colorado. Hi, Julie.
Yeah, hey, Art. So glad you're back in the air.
Thank you. Yes,
Listen to
it's not the same when I'm not on air. I don't know why. It's like, I was made to do this, I guess. Okay, and pass it.
you don't need to do it. I have to tell you, I've been trying to call in a week,
that I saw a structure.
Meaning a mega structure.
I saw a mega structure in 2007. I was I had to go open a business restaurant, and it was a 20 room. Those two business restaurant, one employee, and I drove back home.
You're not talking about the structure that we've been talking about, are you?
Yes, yes,
How could you have seen that? I mean, even the best. Yes.
I saw it. I saw it because I called my husband, and this was about 3:30 in the morning, and I said, I'm looking at a UFO.
So you did like shout, honey, a mega structure, don't wait.
No, I didn't know how to describe it. I didn't know how to describe it, and I closed my eyes really tight and opened them again, and just to make sure that I wasn't just
All right, hold on. We got a break. We got a break. Hold on. The other lines of interest. It's live line at 575-208. 7787. That's 575-208-7787. First phone callers at area code 775-285-5800. That's 775-285-5800. And the young lady who was on the air with me prior to break is now back. Where were we?
tired. I'm telling you about the mega structure. It was 2008.
Well, okay. I mean, you were on Earth, right? Yes, and you were looking in the sky, I presume, and you said sort of UFO. Right?
Yes, yes. Well, it was unidentified. It doesn't look like any UFO that we see, we see pictures of. And this was like a structure.
Okay, so like you are an unidentified flying mega structure.
Yes, yes. And I didn't know how to describe it until the last couple of weeks when we started talking about this mega structure.
Gotcha.
And I said to my husband, I said, that's it. That's what I saw. Like a job picture, but I can never explain it to anyone. And,
I have an assignment for you.
yes.
Draw a picture of it and send it to me. Okay, send it to, KNY, let's see, Art Bell at KNY. You want to do that? Yes, I did get it all messed up to get this last name with it. It's KNYE. I don't know why people want to do it the other way. I won't even say it. I don't know mistake. But say, I won't see it.
Well, it'll be me drawing it. I will draw it and send it to you. It's huge. And I just wanted to let you know that Sunday was huge.
All right. I will just take your word for that. I have no way of knowing if you saw the structure or any structure. Action. Let's go here to our first time caller line. Actually. Hello.
Oh,
Yes, hi.
oh, Mr. This is an honor. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I've been listening to you for years, and this is probably from KCAA, which is near Idlewild, California.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. But anyhow, I would get you for an hour on this, and then I switch over to your antithesis, and that's George Norrie, who actually bashed you last night about the whole structure thing. And yes, he's just a cheap bastard. But anyhow,
Wait, but don't just leave it at that. What did you say?
oh, this is after he was justifying that the gas produces oil abiotically. He was off his mind. But anyhow, he was saying that, some people exaggerate what they find, when they exaggerate the findings of scientists. So I don't think you were doing it wrong. I mean, take it from this. The reason I call this, I wonder, if I listened to you 20 years ago, do you ever feel like you were set up by Richard Hogan? And I'll just go off the phone. Thank you so much, Art.
I don't think I was set up at all. I looked at Ross with Richard for years. The one that got me there was the thing from other people, by the way, I found and said, well, this is artificial, there's no question about it. Maybe it came from outer space program, maybe not, but there was a pipe sticking out of it. What he called number 9, I believe. So, as far as why making a big deal out of this story, it is a big deal. Now, everybody's saying that it's aliens. Well, actually, Jason Wright mentioned that. I've not said that. I've said it could be. And I don't know why Imaginary actually saying that, because it would be the biggest story of our lifetimes. Absolutely no question about it. If it turned out to be anything at all. All the indications are that it leaks from NASA, as you know, leaks from scientists trying to puzzle it out. Nobody has knocked it down yet. So it remains an item of intense interest. And so if you must special for that, who cares? That's just, well, that's a word. How was it? Undead, I believe it's Undead Quake Time. That's right. Undead Quake Time. How did you come up with a name like that?
Well, it's a bit of a moniker that the village up here in Canada gave me. To be honest, I'm extremely talented at an old game called Quake on the PC. And well, it was Halloween, and so I decided to change it to Undead. Frankly, I've just been asleep for too long and I forgot to change it.
Excellent decision, that's for sure. My daughter was watching Pixels earlier, and I was watching guys play Donkey Kong.
Ah, yes, a classic, an absolute classic. I was calling in for two quick things. Wanted to have a little bit of discussion about the megastructure,
yes,
and how it could have been built. But first, I want to give you an update about my cow. I called in a week or two ago when you had the witch on.
Okay.
You asked me to call you back for a bit of an update on the cure that she gave me for the cow. And I want to let you know she should not be the local witch, because I fed my cow exactly what she told me to, which was milk and honey. And of course, she was the only cow in the village, so I gave her milk and honey. And a week later, she passed away, and unfortunately, I won't be able to marry my wife now, because that was the dowry.
There's tragedy, and then there's this all. I mean, right, no, that's all.
Just cacked right on the barnyard floor. So that witch, I just don't know. I really think you should give her a pass. But onto something a little more extraterrestrial.
Yes.
Allow me, if you would, a moment of Socratic dialogue. If they're going to be creating a Dyson sphere, that would require a massive amount of materials, would it not?
Why, it would.
And in order to harness such material, they would most likely need to be gathering minerals from at least all over the solar system, at the least, correct?
At the least.
However, what if, instead of requiring going around gathering all of these resources, it had something what is called a universal constructor. Have you heard of this app?
Is it from Star Trek?
Universal constructor is not from Star Trek, now is it from Star Wars? Unfortunately, it's actually a concept that goes back several decades in science, sort of the philosopher's stone of science, if you will, being able to put materials into this machine, and it rewrites the code at the subatomic level, moves the particles around and changes it into the particle of what you need. For instance, lead to gold or silicon to petroleum.
It's kind of like Star Trek.
I was just wondering if you had any guests or any scientists or anything of the sort that might have brought it up, because I do believe it's a fascinating topic, and it might be the only way that we as mankind manage to reach out past the solar system, because we're having a rough time managing our own resources as it is.
We could certainly use universal construction. There's no question about it. All the scientists that I was aware of that had anything to do with that project came to untimely ends.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. But anyway, thank you very much for allowing me on. I just want to give you an update about the cow. Hopefully, her family can find some other sort of dowry, or this cow farmer is just going to become a normal farmer. Have a good night.
Thank you. Let's go here to, I believe, Washington. That's where you're on here.
Hello, Art. Hello. Hi. I wanted to let you know we've had problems in our area where we have these little local mice. They're kind of forest mice, and they will get into the engine of your car, and they love to eat the wiring. And yeah, and so then they love when they get in
Let me tell you how bad. Let me tell you how bad it was. We have a house that got the air part of the car,
yeah.
and the fan part, and we had little mouse pieces coming out.
Oh no.
Oh yes, it was awful. It was absolutely awful, and little mouse pieces and fur coming out for a long, long time.
Oh, it's a tragedy. Well, mine last year, one of them got in my van outside, and I started the engine light came on, and I called my mechanic, and he went into it. He's a really good mechanic. And $1,200 later, he told me he immediately came up with photos and everything of what they had done. And we got the parts and everything, put everything together. He said, there's so much wiring they shoot through. And he showed me all these photos he'd taken in there. And I could actually see down in there.
Well, never want to worry. You know why? Yeah, I've got a lot of wire up there, of course, but I left the people that brought on the solar last night didn't touch it. This to me means that mouse is not in this house.
Well, you know what they love? I had some help. I was donating at the wildlife shelter over here, and they have a lot of kill animals. They had a lot of roads coming in at night and even eating some of the birds that were in the cages that they were trying to rehab. It was tragic. So what they did, they were trying everything to try to trap, put them in rat traps, and they couldn't beat. They tried peanut butter, everything. And we finally Cheetos. And we even hear them snapping during the day. So they love Cheetos. Cheetos,
I hear you. I am convinced. Why else? Anyone is not in the house. There is no way the mouse could not smell peanut butter probably 5 rooms away. So that little gal, I do believe, family wanted to see it, saw me, and left. Steve told me the explanation, right? Because she thought that she know how to eat peanut butter overnight. Simple as that. Let's go to our first one. You're on there.
Yes, this is Jonathan. I really enjoyed a very interesting interview with the gentleman last night.
Yes.
Yesterday, very fascinating. I would suggest two ultimate possibilities of how to interpret what people are experiencing there. First of all, it's there are beings with a question or below spirit, and us as we are the bacteria. They could, if they wanted to, give us the impression that we are experiencing a past life regression. They could mess with our minds just like we do with experimenting with bacteria and small creatures of that sort. So if they had a determined involved teaching us about the afterlife, that is a possibility that I don't see how we can rule out. The second point that occurred to me was that when you have a love relationship, really empathize with your question. What are you talking about? Well, I'm talking on a mobile headset. Is it too hard to hear? It's awful. Is it maybe like Bluetooth? Yeah, right. I'm going to demonstrate this for everybody's good. What I want you to do, say hello, just get a Bluetooth and talk directly on the set. You got it right. I'll wait. Let me just catch it. We'll take a long. Wait, I want you to directly down. That's so much better. So much better. Everything that's what Bluetooth does to the phone, folks. I think that was a love. Yeah, if you empathize with someone, whether it's for friendship or romantic love, especially in yourself, especially between who you are and who they are, can be resolved, especially if the love is really strong and clear, then it's impossible that in terms of the psychology or in terms of the killing that people are doing, people are empathizing with persons that have a relationship or responsible with parallel for living inside. But it doesn't necessarily follow that you are that person. Yes, I do. Interesting. The program last night really brought all kinds of questions to my mind. We're not done with that big long shot. I mean, there are so many questions. It's like bringing somebody into action. This is Ross and St. Louis, Missouri. Ross, hello. How you doing? Sorry. I'm second. Right. So I'm having a fire. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Is the city better? A little bit better. Oh, man. I had a couple of slides for you, and I'd like to hear about. Well, just for the connection, I'll take one question. Okay, that's fine. Yes, I meditated many nights in a row about trying to get to a past life. So, sleep in that gray area, I would listen to myself say over and over again what past life I needed to know about. And what it came out was nothing important. I was on a monk on a road and we were being invaded and I would say that is pretty serious, actually. Well, I mean, that itself made me serious, like the wall, it wasn't some tarot or outside the realm of spoke. That's pretty interesting stuff, right? If you're a monk, I say interesting. Very, very interesting. At least you know more than I do. I just generally know I was Asian. And I'm not even sure that I know that. Yeah, but it does seem like it, actually. You're on the phone. Hello? Yes. Okay. Are you Hey, I started listening to you actually watching you in 2000 with your show with Ramona on TV and forever. I wait. Ramona really never did a show here in Toronto.
So I appreciate the fact that you like the show. There is a couple that does the show. Or did a show, so there's, well, I don't know if they still do. That was me.
No, well, I'm sorry, I have the safety check. I left ISI in 2003, so I exponentially enjoyed radio from that company. And I am so glad that your background and never familiar yet is so deserved. But the other thing I recommended books to person. I don't read, of course, because I'm blind, but I listen to them about 5 a week for about 12 years now.
Okay, real quick, if we're out of break, what's the name?
Death in the Times by Tom Hartman.
We've got a break here. I appreciate you for holding the line. That's exactly what we're all right now. If you are just joining us, here's the deal. Anything goes, right? We've got a national line, ready for both our 225-5278. You can call that one. You can call we do have a special past lives line. That'll be area code 575-208-7787. 575-208-7787. And first time callers for the program, 775-285-5800. And the talk. Well, I'm not going to do it again. Just right. Hello there, you're on the air from on our special line, actually. Lucas.
Well, I figured back in 66, 67, I was with my parents back in Maryland. We took the Food South route. We were going to say we were in Maryland, and starting in Central Alabama, up into the Carolinas, we would go through towns and small towns. We're talking taking highways, blue highways. This one day I'd like to do that. Oh, sorry, it's gone. Some chewing on nicotine gum. Anyway, we going to be little towns. I know exactly what was going to be there. But only, Street, several towns. And I thought about that a long time. And it was all, terribly all their guns. Was it 20s and 30s? Pre-integration. I said, now, what will it be all over the South? And we'll be like that all the time. And being real familiar with all this, and I, traveling sales. So you're taking over the travel south? Well, that's the only way I can explain it. No idea at all. It's just all these little towns.
And idiots.
I just figured that the more I thought about, the more I thought, well, we'll get me around, and then I haven't been watching, episode 9, I was watching, 76 Strong. I was watching all these people on the train. They travel all over the place. They're already entertained. Maybe that. When I was doing, I remember thinking on this, and my dad, I never took the same I was taking one flavor all my life, so I've tried it 2 or 3 times. So my dad was a source, really into all the little towns in the central, north, east, and northwest, northeast Texas, and east Texas. And he just enjoyed the heck out of it. He was quite successful with the kid. And what's rule 3?
Rule 3 is a children.
I have 13 now with medication. I
have a COP's medication. Sorry. Okay, I get it. So I'm a traveling salesperson. Back in California. One of the days I used to knock on the door. Now I'm for your children, man. I remember those days. Now, encyclopedia salespeople are no more. I don't think they have them anymore. The internet has taken them all away. Okay, so many people calling us. You're on here. I will. Every time I say one way or the other, people know what I'm talking about. Twisted words, so now I'm saying it either way. So you're catching a two or three? I don't care. I'm going to not my brother's keeper in this case. Well, try a piece of bacon, here's anything else. Yeah. Look, if brand copious amounts of peanut butter on it will not bring a mouse to nibble, it can't be done. This mouse obviously came from outside and returned to the outside. The peanut butter is just today, they don't like it anymore. I'm telling you. This is good skippy stuff, smooth. I've got some stuff like that. Yeah. And I'll tell you, anytime I use it, they pass it by. Oh, sure. Thank you. You're telling me mice don't like peanut butter anymore? Come on. I don't know. Something in the mix of the reason today. They're telling me. They're scaring me. I mean, if a mouse won't go for peanut butter, and you're telling me there's something in there, I don't want to say beyond okay. Put on a piece of bacon, or a piece of fried ham, or the last one that, I'm not trying to show the last dinner for Abby Normal here. I was just trying to see if Abby Normal really was here. And I maintain that if Abby Normal would not go for the peanut butter, Abby Normal is alone. All right. Well, I'm also not trying to attract Bigfoot. So I'm done. I've done as much as I can. One of the scenes to Mark. I think hi, Art. Hello. You sound like you're at the bottom of the barrel, Mark. Really? Now you sound a little different. What are you doing? I'm sitting here with my iPad and I just changed the volume control. Maybe that makes it better. Okay, here's the deal, Mark. Find where the microphone is. Okay. Is that better? It is better. Okay. A couple of things. You just gave a clue to me why the mouse didn't come. You said you're using sticky, smooth peanut butter. Yeah. Well, the sophisticated mouse art, he wants chunky. Okay, but I have something else for you. There was an emergency landing. I don't know if this was picked up in the U.S. press. An emergency landing of a Singapore Airlines freight plane this week, carrying 1,260 live goats from Singapore, Malaysia. I bet that was not motivation. I'm so clean. Somebody went to make an emergency landing, it's like the methane gas alarms go off in the plane. That's why I said it must have been missing. The question mark, it's going to come to the goat cheese. It's sort of a here from New Jersey, I think for a while. I could add that point to the gallery answer. We'll just touch on a few things. One great study from the starting I had told them to just do about the classroom. Keep our backyard discussion. Anyway, a couple things. One, when you had Will Burns and David Jones on, there's talking about the community. Did anyone ever reach out to the children to answer them if they were told to lie about things or okay, I'm going to answer your question, right? We're in touch with this one. And that's all I'm going to say right now. We're in touch with this one. Now, I don't know what anyone wants on the air. I don't know what anyone wants to tell this story. But my professor is indeed in touch with us. So we'll see what happens. But that was the question. What's the same thing actually? And all of that finance around the world, and personally, these next several years of time, and we catch you with you at the phone of the long. And I used to go there when we were playing, of course, and jump into them and go to sleep. And then would be, middle of the ocean, and it was unbelievable, sleeping, very, very heavy. And I would have some truly amazing dreams. And I used to dream over and over again about being up and about and build a second home. And about complete a portrait of a woman. And obviously it was, at one of the whole country towns, small villages. And it would wake me up. It was so strong. And what would happen? I'd be looking out into the town square. South Street goes around town square. And there's a fountain in the middle. And the light would start. And it starts slowly and get more bright to the blind. And I was hanging at the time, of course, with the woman. Okay, we were getting one at a time here. Let's rush. Yeah, I'm sorry, rush to the conclusion if I can. Okay, I'm sorry. And what happened here is I first went to a lot of courts overseas. I happened to come across a little village in Spain. And in that village, as I was walking through the real-life showcase, we see the fountain of the square. And I recognized it, and that was it. That was the house I never to do. And I knew that I was there at one time. Well, the way it picked me recently like this, I realized at that point in time, when I still had a few more years left in the baby, I realized at that point in time, my artistic talents that I had when I was younger, I needed to develop, and I did. And I spent my life doing artwork, actually, military artwork. And it just was amazing. Now, actually helped me is after we could see the light. After I could see the fountain on the light went off. I went into the backyard of the building, and there was another fountain back there where I was sunshine. And I see all the things I go over to there. I wanted to consider them short and try. Okay, so I was pissed. Okay, so that was like the second piece of proof you needed to decide you had to be there at a time. Yes, okay, I get it. I'm not sure how I would handle that either. If you saw something absolutely unacceptable, or that was from a prior life, whether it be that location, geographic location, before, or whatever, and yet there was. So, do you think this proves reincarnation? It's an interesting question. I've got a lot of people who have put messages, speaking of Roger, for example. Hi, past lives. Look, Hebrews 9:27 is appointed unto men once to die. But after this, after this, the judgment. And that would be the view of many, many people. It offends their religious sensibilities, right? So think about that a little bit. If reincarnation were real, well, it can't be, right? Not according to the Bible. We die but once, and we get judged. And it has to be that way. So this kind of talk is from a heretic. On my first time caller line, you are on the air.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great. How about you?
Good. This is Rich from New Jersey.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, that alien megastructure thing that's going on, do you think that could possibly be us from the future trying to signal us now?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, the scientists at Greenland.
You closed out for me, like, through your whole comment, which sucked.
I was waiting for somebody to bring that up.
You closed out, like, but I'm a time traveler, so I'll check back with you, but...
All right, thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Waiting for somebody to mention that. Actually, there is no new news. I thought it would be that. Surely there would be somebody that would come along in the first hour and comment on that, but no, nobody did. I couldn't believe it. Maybe that's a lack of interest, or maybe it's religious objection, or maybe they just don't want to hear about it. I can't quite figure it out, the way people are reacting, or is it a non-reaction to this story? Now, there's no particular tonight, but I thought I'd give that a try and see if it piqued anybody's interest, and it took over an hour for anybody to come along. Come on, folks. Give me a break here. Celeb, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is Caleb.
Caleb, all right, Caleb.
I'm calling you from Silicon, Alabama. I've talked to you over the years. This is probably about my fifth time since 1999. And that's what brings me to my call tonight. My first time listening to you was when you interviewed Chris Carter back in late 99. And I've heard you mention it several times about the X-Files coming back. That's one of my favorite shows. And I know that you were involved with the sister show, Millennium. I was just calling to ask you, have you thought about having him, Chris Carter, back on the show? Or back on the new show for the first time, I should say.
All right. I'm not supposed to talk about this, but yeah, I'm going to have a line scheduled. How about that?
That's beautiful.
I shouldn't have given that away, but you pried it out of me.
I wanted to ask you another thing. Lance Henriksen, I know you had him on the show a long time ago around working. Oh, yeah, I remember on Millennium. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows, and I've had my fingers crossed that they're going to bring that character back into the new X-Files series, but I don't think they're going to. But that would be something that I would dream of. But anyway, I just want to call you and ask you that, and
I don't TV. I'm really serious. It's wild, it's fast, it's hurried, it's constantly redone, it's tough. I'm glad I'm in radio.
Well, I'm glad you're back on the air, and that's really all I wanted to bring up. And I'm glad to hear the secret that you just divulged.
You mean the one you yanked out of me? Okay, well, I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. But how could I not admit it? Well, I brought it up. I can hear my producer now going, up to Canada, I believe.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi, this is David from the British Columbia, Canada.
Glad to have you.
Art, I have a really interesting story about my mom and dad that I've been wanting to tell you for a few years now.
Go right ahead.
My mom and dad were born in the 20s. They were both in World War II. My dad's from Canada, brought my mom over from England. She was a war bride.
Right.
Back in 2006, my dad was in his 80s and he was suffering with severe dementia. It was really, really bad, and every once in a while he'd have some lucid moments. It was really tough to communicate with him, but every once in a while, for about 5-10 minutes, he'd kind of come back and he'd know who he was and where he was and who you were. And during one of his lucid moments, he told me that, David, I've been unplugged. And they called me back to the mothership, because they thought, oh my goodness, what's going on with my dad? But anyways, jumped back to the 40s when my mom and dad were married, bringing my mom over from England from World War II. My dad made my mom and dad a promise that he would never, ever leave her, no matter what. He said, you're taking my daughter away all the way overseas, and you're really going to see his daughter maybe once or twice again in his life. So please don't ever leave her. So, like, my dad swore he would never leave him. Like, they had a real rocky marriage. They had one of the rockiest marriages you could ever have. Like, so you never gave them. Anyways, you go forward to 2007. This is when we were both in a nursing home, and my dad was slumped over and getting fed by the nurses in the nursing home. And all of a sudden he stopped breathing, and he went blue, and security called the nurse over, and turned out that they took his heartbeat, and it was pulse, and his heart stopped beating. So they wheeled him back to his room, and he sat in his chair thinking for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and the head nurse came over, checked his vitals, and still was exactly the same way. They put him back up on the bed, and sure as hell, his heartbeat started. He came to all of a sudden, and all of a sudden he was breathing again. And it was about a month later after that,
Listen, I know, Jim.
Yeah.
Why would they sell a chair, as you mentioned, and not give life resuscitation type things?
Oh, I can tell you that. He was in the chair and they put him into the bed, and that's when he would come to.
Okay.
He had a do not resuscitate order.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, it was about a month after that, he had another lucid moment with my mom, and my mom said, John, look at you, you're all slumped over all the time, you're never able to communicate. How the heck are you able to do this? I mean, a month ago, you passed away, John, and now you're back to me. And he looked at my mom and he said, I know, I was sent back for you. And about a month after that, my mom started getting sick, and it was about 6 months after that my mama died, and he died a few months after that. But
so he actually outlived her.
He outlived her by about 3 months.
Wow, so it was his job to come back, collect her, and then go on himself. That's incredible. All right, thank you very much for the call. Huh. It's actually quite a story, isn't it? It's my job to come back for you. Okay, let's go where? Let's go to Lloyd. Lloyd, you're on the air on Skype.
Hi, let me turn off my radio.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you. So he's actually listening to the radio. That should be interesting.
I have a question about last night's show.
All right, before you go to that, sir, what station are you listening to?
I'm listening on the app for Start Radio, the radio app.
All right, so you're actually on the internet.
Yes, on the internet.
Okay, all right, very good. Go ahead.
I was wondering concerning reincarnation, and what about do-overs, suicide, if things aren't going well in your life, having personal problems or illness or whatever? If reincarnation, why wouldn't you just do a do-over and end it?
Well, because you can't be sure.
Well, sure, you sure can't.
So, I
I just wondered if that had been brought up by anybody, because if you actually believe in reincarnation, I think that'd be a very viable option if things weren't going well.
certainly if you just atheist.
Yeah, sure would. Well, it's nice talking to you. First time I've ever called.
Okay, well, thank you. That's all again. Yes, I'll actually test some faith. Well, at the right time, but definitely just better. Oh, I believe in information. Well, under those circumstances, what are you doing here? You should be watching yourself, right? And try to find out if it's a real or not. And have you do it. Why don't people do it? Because you can't. People really should. All right, let's go to Monster. Yes, where's that, Vermont?
Well, it's in Virginia.
Virginia, I'm sorry. All I can see on the phone is B.
Well, actually, I drive a truck, I think you think, Kern in Bakersfield, California, 1180 for carrying your show.
Yes, thank you, Kern.
It's what you get for so many people back on the earth. Thank you so much. And I just like to say, back in 2000, December of 2000, I was putting some Christmas lights at my home, and I got a pretty good electrical shock. And within a day, I don't know how this happened, within a day, I was learning how to erase chemtrails with mirrors and infrared light. Yeah, I found out how to erase chemtrails, seriously. And I had some ill effects from the shock, and I found out later, there's a group called Survivors of Electrical Shock and Lightning Strike.
Well, just right, I can't get past the erasing chemtrails, but so if you don't mind, before we go on, how do you erase the chemtrail?
Well, what I did, I had two large mirrors.
Yes.
Came in 2 6-foot tall mirrors that were 4 feet wide.
Yes.
I kind of marked the sun, and then I'd angle the light from the sun on the tail of the chemtrail, which erased it like if you're erasing something with a pencil eraser. And it worked a day. It was a day later, a Navy biplane buzzed the house. 200 feet over my house.
Now, one thing we're very sure, I might ask, is how are you sure that you're on the chemtrail, that you've got the mirrors positioned properly so that your beam is hitting the chemtrail?
All I can say is like there was a gift given to me, like it's like working art, so I was like making art, like artwork, like I said, and I also used it at night. I used an infrared light. I'm really surprised I didn't get infrared. I never pointed it directly at any planes or anything like that. And I would highly suggest no one doing this. It was mainly during the daytime, and it was on the coast of California. There was an intense sun in December of 2000, and among other things. I did that, and I learned about remote neural monitoring and the microwave auditory effect. And I'd just like to point out to your guests, I don't know, anybody ever, like you're listening to the radio, and then you just so happen to hear maybe what you're thinking about on the radio or something, or you're thinking, kind of, I definitely do not believe in coincidences anymore. And I'd just like to, that's the main reason I called it, people should check out the remote neural monitoring and microwave auditory effect. And I learned so many things. And, my neighbors probably thought I was nuts. It was giving,
Probably some people listening right now may be thinking that, listen, I've got to run, I've got to break, but I do appreciate your call. I'm erasing chemtrails. Out there with the players, erasing chemtrails. Someone said. That's the white noise. That was me. That's what we know. Oh, that's not I'm talking about inside science. Einstein. We're talking about this potential getting and it took over an hour for somebody to go. Anyway, just that's what we are running like this. So, control cities.
See, that last caller who was using mirrors to erase chemtrails,
Yes.
sounds like a modern day Archimedes.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I thought about it for a while. Focus mirrors, erasing chemtrails.
Parabolic mirrors, probably.
Well, we set up some areas. I was wondering how to know when you got a focus group and suddenly have a spot going into the chemtrail and then sort of like, I don't know, what is it, where you can paint on windows, right? And erase it one at a time. Like that?
I don't know. Hey, a couple of years ago, we had a terrible mouse infestation in the house, and I had a little bit of advice for you. I'm trying to get proof. You take the peanut butter and put it in a corner. Mice, they tremble along the baseboards against the wall.
So this is a mouse that had enough guts to come up on my equipment and stare at me. Now, I left that on the floor all night long. It would have been absolutely too much for a mouse. He would have eaten. He didn't touch it. This mouse left.
Well, okay.
You're saying put it on. I see what you're saying. But I'm saying, look, no one else in the world can resist this. I don't care whether it's at the baseboard or out in the room. No way. It was silent, audible here all day long. That house should have eaten.
I used to have pet rats too, so the idea that it would sit there staring at you isn't totally surprising to me.
Okay, this is also going outside. Just conversation with me. I've been up here not more than 18 inches from you. Is that strange?
Well, when I first discovered.
Maybe not some of those rats.
Yeah, I used to. Until an unfortunate incident happened.
I don't think I want to hear about that.
Have you ever heard of rat bite fever?
Well, no. But it doesn't sound good.
No, there was a kid in San Diego, I think, last year who actually died from it.
Oh, you had it.
No, my mom actually got it.
Your mom got rat bite fever?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a definite reason to have rat fever. So
yeah, nearly killed her, actually. Yeah.
A lot of you.
Yeah, actually, we had pet rats, but the one that bit her was actually one that we were holding over Christmas break that belonged to my sister's school. They were doing experiments, and they got a pair and a female. They got a male and female to get babies. So we had the mom after she had the litter. And of course, she'd have to go in there to refill food and stuff, and she's very protective of the babies, and she actually bit all of us. It was only my mom who got sick.
You never had enough rats, huh?
No.
Well, listen, thank you very much for your call. And that is a sad story indeed. I don't really want rats, nor do I actually want mice. But one more to say, I think Happy World is gone because, I mean, I don't want to talk about Happy anymore. Oh, there you are.
Hi, Art. It's great talking to you again. Hey, I am curious about people who believe that the revelation that ETs were destroying religious traditions and the religious foundations of the planet. I don't believe that because maybe it's just.
Maybe you're not a very religious person.
I am a very religious person. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and one of the things that our faith teaches is that God created many worlds like our world and many people on those worlds. Like,
well, to be fair, sir, the question that I asked these people was, if ET came out and we got in communication with this creature, and this intelligent being from another world knew absolutely nothing at all about God or even concept of religion, how would that affect you? And the religious people that I did ask that said it would destroy their faith.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's a little bit different.
It is.
Okay. And even if you don't mind, the other thing I wanted to talk about.
Well, wait, before you go into the thing, what about you? If that happened, how would that affect your faith?
It wouldn't, because my thought would be maybe they at one point did believe and they just fell away from believing.
Like a lapse, yes.
Correct.
All right. Anyway, you had something else.
The other was I really loved your show last night about reincarnation. And it was a great show. I listened to it on I'm a time traveler. I wish I could have called in last night because I wanted to know if he believed a possible interpretation for past life regression is maybe these individuals aren't remembering past lives that they lived, but maybe they're remembering being guardian angels to those individuals.
Well, if that's true, how can you account for the fact that many of the people who he did kick back into prior lives collected details, of course, take the chains from money and stuff like that, and they went and actually dug up proof of this prior life?
Well, one of the other things that my faith teaches is that we lived as spirits before we came to this earth. And so my thinking is maybe, like, let's say before I came to earth, I was a guardian angel to, I don't know, Moses or Edison, and I was with them through many.
Why would you imagine that you would be with such people of stature like that?
I was just throwing out names, Art. I don't imagine that. I was just throwing out names.
I see.
So I was just wondering, maybe his interpretation of what these people are remembering isn't exactly on point, and that's
okay. Let me get a version right past the important part, and that is that these people gave details of their prior lives. Then, after the sessions, they would go and verify those details, in libraries and city halls and stuff like that. That was pretty hard to get in.
But if a spirit was assigned to be that person's guardian angel, wouldn't they have been with them throughout their life? I'm just saying, maybe then. That's all I had to say.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. The evidence that was gathered by these people was pretty impressive. It was Gregory Jackson last night, and we can be sure that we're going to have him on again. He was, awesome. Wait a minute, we gotta start all over again. You're not your last name on your first name?
Actually, it's Samuel, but the station is WTWW in Lebanon, Tennessee, on the banks of Columbia, Cumberland River.
WTWW covers the whole country and way beyond.
And most nights it's just one radio. It's a very powerful station. It's very good quality, by the way. Even the shortwave, considering the fading and all, still does a great job. The really interesting thing about these megastructures is that to build a megastructure with regular material would, come through. We're used to not dark matter, but regular matter, would be very, very much intensive and tons and tons of material. It'd be almost impossible to collect that much. But if you were to combine just a slight trace of regular normal matter in the form of metamaterial with dark matter and dark energy, it would make the perfect Dyson sphere. It would have virtually no mass, it'd be weightless. And then, even with a massive, conventional destruction, it would be huge, but it would still be able to drift and accidentally collide with Tammy's star. If there wasn't some control system to keep the star centered in the middle of the sphere.
I would imagine if, an alien race could do all this, they probably could get the trains to run on time of our collisions.
The way you could do that is use dark energy to repel the Dyson sphere from the central star, and that would effectively make a certain control to keep everything in its place and keep the star at the focus of the sphere. It would also allow you to bring wormholes and the energy collection to other places.
There's now some indication that this object is a perfect, perhaps, triangle. And if that were the case, it would be sort of an indication that they want contact. In other words, you don't find triangles very frequently in nature. And so we're waiting to hear if that's what it is.
And that would be the perfect shape to signal geometry rather than just simple gravity. This is a perfect way to signal this. Also, if you were to do this with regular matter, it would create tidal forces, huge, which again, that kind of indicates they're way beyond regular matter. We're using tachyon matter, dark energy, dark matter, which coincides in with your show's name very nicely.
It does indeed. Thank you very much for the call. Now, you were telling me the name of the network. Everybody's trying to get this straight, right? It's the dark matter network, right? Actually, the dark matter digital network. And the name of the show is Midnight in the Desert. So it is sort of the name of the network that I think he was thinking of. Let's go through to the first time caller line and say hello. You're on here.
Yes.
All right, great. I need a first time caller.
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Where are you?
I'm in Cambria, California. Okay. On the ocean.
And your first name is what?
Sheila.
Sheila.
Okay. I wanted to share with you a past life dream which I had in 2002.
All right. Well, I want to ask you. You say it was a past life dream. So,
Right.
Were you the center? In other words, were you in the dream?
Well, that's a good question, and it's really significant because that was the first thing that alerted me to the fact that it was a past life. I was the person in the dream. I was inside looking out. When I had the dream, I was walking down the street. I was carrying a black, smallish Cocker Spaniel. There was a man walking next to me. It was windy, it was nippy and cold. And I remember thinking, this feels weird. Sheila, was in his body, but it didn't feel right. And I leaned back. We were walking down the street, and there was shelves to the right with glass, and I leaned back and consciously looked in the glass, and I saw a woman with black hair, looking kind of like the 40s. You know, the 40s look, my hair was rolled up and back, and the 40s, you know, look. And the man next to me was tall, he was thin, he had glasses, and he was leading a voting conversation. And I knew instantly there was some signature that came from him, and I knew he was my husband, the present day. Yeah, exactly. And I went, wow. And all of a sudden, I had a download. That's the only way I could describe it.
A rush of information.
Correct. And what I knew was that I was in Chicago. Now, I've never been in Chicago in this life. And I knew we were going to a hotel. And I knew that I sang in a band. Yeah. And he was the band leader, or he played in the band. I wasn't quite sure. He seemed to be kind of like my boss, but not exactly. And I knew that we were intimately involved as more than just friends. And he was married, and not me. And as we walked toward the hotel, it was, you know, the doorman that opens the door to this nice busy hotel. It's like in the movies. And he said, hello, good evening, and we walked in, and
He'd seen you many times.
correct. And we were, there was a respect in his greeting. And I knew that we were on the big band circuit, wherever that was. I knew we were in Chicago. We had been in, we started out in Florida. We went to South, not New Orleans, somewhere in there. And then it came up to Kansas City, Chicago, and we were heading to LA. At the time, I had a friend who was kind of an older, well, she was an older lady. And her husband had been a band leader for Jim Brand. Yeah. And so she was familiar with those kind of things. She'd gone to parties with Ricky and Desi, or Desi and Lucille Paul and all that, and that crowd. So I called her up and I asked her, I said, tell me, is there really a big band circuit? And she says, oh yeah, there was a circuit. And so I know how I died. I died of pneumonia.
So you didn't die in like the man, yes, right?
No, but it's interesting because I went in, I'm a very curious, I'm a writer, so I'm very curious-minded. And I went in and did some Googling, you know, searching, and I found, because I know he died of alcoholism. He was an alcoholic, so yes,
it's so cool.
That's why. Yeah, I found a singer that in his band, not married to him, of course. He was married, but I found a singer, a band leader rather, that died. And he died of alcoholism.
All right, I gotta go on a break. So thank you for the story. What a story. Well, it's good for something, right?